Hi, I have a bit of a problem. I have too many books to the point where several of my shelves are starting to curve. So it's time for an unhaul. I've tried to do one before. I've gotten rid of like 6 books and like 8 books at a time, but I am determined. I really want to say 30, but I am determined to unhaul 20 books. And so here are my rules. I'm so nervous if you can't tell. Here are my rules. 1, if I read it already and I wouldn't read it again, it's gotta go. 2, if it is a special edition, but I'm never actually gonna read it, it's gotta go. How am I gonna decide that? I'm gonna read the first chapter. And if I'm not, at least interested, I don't expect to be invested, but at least interested, like, oh wait, I hate that I have to put this down right now, then it's gotta go. Any other rules? Let me think. If someone bought it for me, I get to keep it. If someone bought the book for me, I get to keep it. My goal is 20. I would love to get 30, but this video does not end until I get rid of 20 books. So let's do that, I guess. Starting up here, we have the Sin and Chocolate series. I read this series like once a year, so you can see all of them, like once a year. So those are definitely staying. And then these are JLA. I will read these eventually. I know that I will. So we're going to leave that and go to this shelf. I also realized you might need a tour. So these are all of my, well, not even all, but most of my sprayed edges, some special editions, and that's kind of it. My books and Cleo Evans, because I had so many. This is my black, well, really just my black girl shelf. So if there's FMC and she's black, she's here. This is Julia Cross and Allie Hazelwood, plus a few others. Actually, this one needs to go. This one needs to go. Goodbye. This is all of my friends. If I feel like I know you personally or I talk to you a whole bunch on Instagram, then they're there. This is miscellaneous. This was supposed to be fantasy, but then it just became miscellaneous. This one is fantasy. This one used to be something else, and then I did get rid of some books, so it's just Elise Kova. Miscellaneous down there. Where am I at? This is my paranormal shelf, Katie Roberts shelf, miscellaneous, and some books that shall not be named. I would get rid of these books, but my mom bought me the special edition dust jackets that were in some book box. Somebody was selling them for $500. So I just would feel so terrible, like taking a gift off the shelf that she spent $500 on. So they stay, but they are backwards because I don't want to see them. This is my brown girls, or really just brown people. So if there's a brown person, not just on the cover, but like just in the book in general, they go there. Except for this is Native American, but they are with my fantasy shelf. And yeah, because I ran out of room up there. So then I put these down here too, which really they should go in the paranormal, but yeah. What is down here? Miscellaneous. Ew, gross. I need to throw that away. What is this called? It is a graphic novel? Yeah, graphic novel. That's what those are called. And there's some more back there. And then this is music albums. My sister, my baby sister, she's in college right now. So those are some of hers and some of mine. And then we both have like books like these. I don't think any of hers are on the shelf. I think this is all mine. Yeah, these are all mine. So yeah, Aragon's here. Wait a minute, right here. That doesn't belong, but I think I just put it down here because it's such a huge book. I loved Aragon. Don't I have? Yeah, I have. I have my old copy of Aragon, but yeah, I was like, I need this. Anyway, okay, now that you've seen the state of the shelves, now we'll get started. I don't think I'm going to worry about organizing my books right now. I think I'm just going to worry about getting rid of some. And then I'll either organize it off camera, like on another day, or it'll just be a different video. I don't know. Really, I was planning on not videoing this. Why am I out of breath? I just stood up off the floor and I'm out of breath. COVID lungs, man. I got COVID twice. I got COVID in 2020, and then I got it last year at a Polycon, even though, well, I didn't wear a mask the whole time, so that was my bad. But yeah, COVID lungs, man, they're not cute. Anyway, what was my point? What was my point? I don't know. Let's get started. Okay, so the first book I have in my shelf is Firebird by Juliet Cross. I do know there was some controversy. I filmed a video. I bought the book on Pango because I was like, if it really is an issue, I don't want to have contributed money, but I wanted to read it on my own and make my own decision. I believe that the book is fine. That is my opinion. I tried to be as logical and unbiased as possible, but that's never truly possible. You're always going to have some bias, but I read it and with a fine-tooth comb, in my opinion, I believe that it's okay. I don't know. I feel like, first of all, I don't know if I even still have the clips from me reading that book, but if I do, I will post the video just that way. Like when I put things out there, I can just say, if you want to know my thoughts, you can go to the video. So I feel like I should, if I don't find them, maybe I'll refilm something and just like sit down and talk about it. That's neither here nor there. The next book here is One Last Stop. I did want to read this book because, excuse me, this was the first like big sapphic book. When I got on Instagram, this is the first book that was sapphic that people were actually like talking really good about and were excited about. So I wanted to read it, but now I've found so many wonderful sapphic books and so many authors that only write sapphic stories. And I don't know, I'm like, is this overhyped? Like, or is it actually a good book? Like, do I actually want to read it? I mean, it is pretty. We've got these end pages. Hold on. In here. Is it the same on the back? No, it's not the same on the back. Can you see that? There we go. So yeah, I don't know. There's a new bonus chapter in here. Yeah, I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna read this chapter. All right, the verdict is in. Chapter 1 was a little long, so I didn't finish it, but I didn't need to. Super enjoy the intro to this book. So August is one of the main characters, and she's looking for an apartment. She ends up getting an apartment with two people who are together, and then there's another guy who has a dog, and the girl that's in the apartment, she's like making a sculpture with frog bones, and one of the guys is a psychic, and it's a whole thing. It's very cute, very cute. So I am keeping this book on the shelf. However, I am sad to say do I sit down and read the chapter? I think I have to. It's so beautiful. So many people have talked about this book. Like, okay, and then also, wait, before I even sit down and read the chapter, I'm going to see what the tea is on Storygraph. Because now that I think about it, I saw a lot of people get this special edition and take pictures of it, but have I ever heard anybody talk about the actual story? I don't think so. So I'll come back. Reading the first chapter is a good idea, but I do think that if I read the first chapter of all of these books, it would take too long. I looked at Daughter of the Moon Goddess on Storygraph, and some of my friends rated it very highly. One of my friends DNF'd, but a few friends have it on their TBR. I'm gonna keep this book. I'm gonna keep it. I can't. A Broken Blade, though. A Broken Blade. This is the special edition. I have all the books in the series in their regular paperback form, And I'm sorry, but I do not enjoy this cover. I'm trying to look. I mean, it's reversible. Let me move you. Hold on. Where can I move you to? Yeah, right here. There we go. Much better lighting. Okay. This is the other side, and the art is beautiful, but like, I don't know that I would keep this book just based on that. I think, hold on. Are there end pages? Yeah, but I mean, is it beautiful? Absolutely. Ugh. Do I like it? Absolutely. I'll put it in a maybe pile. It'll go in a maybe pile. Because it's really hard. I started A Broken Blade, like, I think it was last year. And then a lot of things happened and I was like major depressy. And that kind of like those bad vibes, I felt that about all the books that I had started and read in that time. So it was a softie enough of like, I know I'm coming back to this book. I know I will enjoy this book when I'm in a better headspace. And then I just haven't picked it up yet because I've been doing these challenges this year. And also I'm just trying to read less and read less, because like I was reading 250 books a year. So read less and read more of what I truly enjoy, not what's popular. But anyway, all that to say, I forgot my point. It's going in a maybe pile. That's it. Let's get back to work. I absolutely love this hardback edition. So this is going absolutely nowhere. There were some stickers that, ouch, I just hit myself in the face. There's some stickers that came with it and, excuse me, Ruby signed it. Hopefully, I know that they're doing the second book. Hopefully they do at least the first 6. I love me some Tiffany and Salute. So hopefully they'll at least do the first 6 books, but I'm keeping that. Now this though, what Emily Henry book was it that I tried to read? And I picked it up like 3 different times and I was like, babe, I might have already unhauled it, but it was some other Emily Henry and I was like, I just can't get with it. But I will give this, I'm going to put this in the maybe pile. This is going to become my sister, Tiffany. She reads too. So this is going to become the Tiffany pile because I know she's going to want this book. So there we go. So it's an unhaul. It's just that I'm not like giving it away to somebody random. Another Ruby Dixon. So this one is staying. Sons of Darkness. Is this by a man? Why would a man be there? Why would a man be on my bookshelf? I bought it simply because it was beautiful. I know nothing about this book, so I will do some research and come back. I just looked at the content warnings for this. The blurb seems like a lovely book, very like a lot of depth, lots of characters, very nice. Not for me. There are a few things that I just will not read. I don't want to see it in real life. I don't want to see it in my books. So I'm not saying this book is terrible. It's just not for me. It's going in the unhaul section. Okay, next book is a book that my friend Ashley bought for me, and I am not getting rid of any books that were gifted, so I'm gonna keep that. These 3, oh my God. I read these 3 books in 2 days. I love this series. Book 4 is already out, but I haven't gotten a chance to buy it yet. But what is the first book? The first book is, oh Jesus. Okay. The first book is Drown the Sea. And this is a Why Choose. It's This is not supposed to be a book rec. Just ask me. I'll put it in the comments if someone asks me, like, why do you love these books? I will tell you. But anyway, I got these at a Polycon last year. But I think that she's selling these versions. I don't think they're exclusive to a Polycon. So I love me some Tessania Odette. I was loving collecting the special editions of these, but then she was coming out with the other ones and I did not have the coins. So I only had the first two books. In a perfect world where I just had like money to burn, I would definitely buy the other books in the series in like her special edition versions of them. But for now, we're just gonna keep those two. Okay, Lore of the Wilds. I know that I'm gonna read this. Am I gonna read this? I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna keep this. An Education in Malice, I know I'm going to read. And then Babel. I do want to read this. I'm gonna read this book. So right now, so far with one shelf, oh my God, this is so cool. This is so cool. So I have fully unhauled 2 books. These are also unhauls, but I put 2 books in my sister's pile, and now this shelf looks like this. Yay, progress. Oh my God. I'll get you situated here. Okay, I have to go to my granddad's house. So this, honestly, like this vlog will probably be over a few days. It's not a vlog, it's just a regular video. But it'll probably be over a few days because I'm looking at all these books on the shelf and I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. I forgot. Oh my God. I have a whole nother shelf over here. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna go to my granddad's house and I will see you later. I'm starting to get overwhelmed. Can you tell? Oh my God, there's a lot of books. Hello, I'm back from my granddad's house and I'm going to do this shelf now. I think I'm just gonna do it off camera and then come back and update you. I'm so proud of myself. So the books that I'm keeping, V for Vendetta. I watched this movie in college and I wanted the graphic novel. I don't know how this got away. Like I thought all of my graphic novels were in one place, but they weren't. I'm gonna set this on a different shelf because I'm not doing organizing right now, but at least that way it's like set to the side. Tame Me, I got this. I somehow got gifted this in a Polycon. There were so many bags that were given to me. I don't even know who gave it to me, but this is a book where the FMC is like afraid of the vulnerability of love. So I definitely want to read that. Zio Axelrod, I started one of her other books. The Girl with Stars in Her Eyes, and that was that same like period I talked about earlier. So I didn't finish, but I do want to get back to it, and of course I want to read this one. Candy Steiner, I read the first book in this series. I read it already, really enjoyed it. I skipped book 2. Book 3 is in the front room with my like books to pick from, like when I'm ready to read, like here are the books I want to read right now. And then I will get to book 4, so of course I'm keeping that. And then I don't know how I got Blindside, but I liked her book 1, so hopefully I'll like her other stuff. So I'm gonna keep this. Shannon Elliott, Angels in the Dark. This is something that I have been avoiding out of fear. I do know that I and this FMC do share some personal history, and I've been kind of afraid to meet the moment in this book or in this duet. So I will be reading this when I feel brave enough to. I met Therese M. Clark last year at Smut Lovers. Beautiful, gorgeous personality, beautiful woman. And so I absolutely am excited to read this book. And then lastly, oh, my little thing fell out of here. Hold on. Yes, gotta have my little cute bookmark here. Okay, and then lastly, I have another JLA book. Maybe because those are hardbacks and this is paperback. Maybe that's why I didn't put them all together. But this is an Polycon exclusive, so of course I need to keep that. The books that I'm getting rid of This one was not super highly rated, and there is a third act breakup. This one, everyone said this book is so good, but the MMC is like, because it's enemies to lovers and it's true enemies to lovers, and he's being very, very mean in this book. People were saying they expected a lot of groveling, you know, like, or at least a very heartfelt apology, and they didn't get that in book 2. And so I'm just gonna skip this. And then I also got this gifted to me at a Polycon, and it's supposed to be part of a like group of works. It says The 1001 Dark Nights is a collection of novellas, but I only have the one book. And so I'm not going to irritate myself by having the one and not having the others. So I'm getting rid of 3. So that is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 so far. Ha! And 2 shelves. I can't believe I'm saying this. I really enjoyed these 4 books. A lot of people had negative things to say about Wretched, but I still enjoyed it. But the question is, will I reread this series? The answer is unfortunately no. So even though I enjoyed it, absolutely loved these books. Okay? Nothing bad to say about them, but I'm not going to reread them. So they're going in the unhaul pile. I can't believe the chunk of space that gave me. Okay, this next shelf is pretty easy. Beowulf, automatic keep. The Kingmaker, I do want to read this. Hope Leslie, automatic keep. Immortal Dark, definitely keeping. This is actually the stack, except Icebreaker. I finally finished the audiobook. But other than that, this is the stack of books I tried in... Hi, Pumpkin. Hi. During that depressive episode. So keeping, I've actually read this already and I wanted to read it a second time. I was like, okay, maybe like if I reread something, but I'm going to keep this. This is the Zio Axelrod book I was talking about. This one I might not keep. Let me think about this one. Next to You, definitely keeping. A Broken Blade, of course. Wait, so I did have another 1000 Nights, but I still don't have all of them. Yeah, no. Also, don't be scared. These 2 piles, this is the pile of books that I brought to Book Harvest to get signed and then didn't get them signed because I was too busy working. And this is the pile of books that I bought at Book Harvest. So these 2 piles are staying, but this is the pile of unhauls. All right, everything on this shelf is a keep. Obviously, I really love Legendborn. I have not read this yet, and I know some of the girlies ate Tomi Adeyemi up about this, but I do want to read it myself before watching the show and kind of do like a comparison. Of course, I'm keeping Aragon. This, I really like the idea of this book because it is a fantasy, but it's a standalone. And obviously, I mean, like, honestly, that cover is so freaking cool. It's plastic. And so, hold on. It looks like this. And then you lay or overlay. What are words? Anyway, this is really cool. So I do want to read this. And then what is it? River Enchanted. This one also sounds like it has a really good premise. So I'm going to keep it. And then that box has my Wrath of the Fae special edition. So like when I'm done, I will hopefully have the spot to like put this out and display it. And then let's just go ahead and talk about the next shelf as well. Obviously, these are staying. The Liskova Air Awakens box. And then what is this? Oh my goodness. It was just hiding down here. So obviously, wait, should I put this up there with my sprayed edges? It's not a design. I don't know. We'll see, but keeping this one. So now we get to this shelf. Also, I kind of skipped over, these are children's books. I was doing a thing where I was filming myself reading children's books for our middle school kids. I work for a school. I used to be a teacher. I needed a break. So now I'm an advisor of a virtual middle school. If you didn't know that already, now you do. I was making those videos, but I don't have the time to do that anymore. Unfortunately, I was making reading videos and I was making like, there's a word for it, but like I would sit down and eat and have people eat with me videos. It's called something. Anyway, I don't have the time to do that anymore. I barely have the time to do these videos. So I would love to pick that back up. But anyway, my mom works at a early child care center. So I was like kind of using it as a library and borrowing some books, reading those, posting them for the kids, and then switching them out. Why do I keep losing my train of thought? Oh my goodness. My point is these kind of don't count. That's why I didn't mention them when I was just showing you guys that shelf, because they don't really belong to me anyway, and they're going to be gone eventually. So that's why I didn't mention them. I do have Emily Rath books. So I read Pucking Around and I really enjoyed it. But I read it before I kind of like, I feel like I had a lot of reading comprehension, and then like something happened with my master's degree, man. That, like, I feel like someone reached in my ear with a hanger, twisted it around, and pulled my brain out. Like, my master's, I feel tears in my eyes. I definitely lost some IQ points on that master's degree. Yeah, I did. Um, so I don't feel like I fully comprehended it. And a friend of mine has told me about the fact that they felt like this book was problematic. And so I want to reread it for myself under that. My own iPhone ran out of storage, so I'm gonna have to cut this short. This will just be part one because I finished one full bookshelf. I was just saying I want to reread it again through my friend's lens or perspective and see if I agree. And I think that hopefully when I edit the video, I will then be able to have more storage. So I'll come back later and show you the books that I got rid of versus the books I'm keeping from this last shelf. Pumpkin. Hi, Pumpkin. You gotta move, okay? Thank you. Okay, good morning. It is the next morning, and actually I need to make this video short because I edited what I had so far. I made more space on my phone, but I don't think I have that much. I did go through the bottom shelf over here. I did get rid of Delilah Green Doesn't Care. I'm sorry. Don't hate me. I bought the first book of Dune before I realized how ridiculous. No hate to anybody who loves this. Ridiculous for me, how ridiculous the series is. I really enjoyed this book. I have all of the books in the series on my Kindle app. Couldn't think of my words. So I don't need the paperback copy. I'm sorry. I don't like this book. I don't like it. I don't like this book. I'm sorry. I thought I was going to get into my thriller era. That's not happening. Actually, this can go in Tiffany's pile. She might like this. I read this. I enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Really loved it. I would not read it again. So, it's going. When Women Were Dragons. I've tried multiple times to get into this book, and it just hasn't happened for me. And I think it's been like 3, maybe 4 times I've tried to read this. The Other Black Girl, I strongly DNF'd this book. The City of Lost Fortunes, nothing bad to say about it. I just don't think it's for me anymore. And same thing here, A Curse of Roses, nothing bad to say about it. I just don't think it's for me anymore. And I counted it before I started this video and I already forgot. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I hit my goal. 22 books. Yay. So this won't be a part 1. It'll just be one video, and then maybe I'll make a second video going through the other shelves and then also reorganizing. I don't know. We'll see. But this video can end because I hit my goal, 22 books to unhaul. I'm so proud of myself, and I have space on my shelves for the new books, and yes, all the things. So I hope this video was fun or enjoyable for you, and I will see you later. Bye.